Let's go racing, and oh, we have dramas right at the start of the race, as a number of cars have been caught out and are spun around in the wrong directions. The race is going to be stopped, I feel sure, because there are cars all over the place. Corinna Gostner involved, Aggie Smolka involved. Also involved is Thomas Gostner. Getting out of the car, as you can see. Rick Lovett has been damaged. Vladimir Haladik as well. So in the very early stages of this race, the safety car has been called for, but I'm sure that the race will be red flagged because of the sheer carnage across the track. The alternative is for the safety car to lead the cars through the pit lane potentially, which is why the pit lane is being readied right now. But I just think the damage is so significant that we might see a race stoppage here. Thankfully, Thomas Gostner is walking away from his heavily damaged car. He's perfectly okay, which reinforces the integral safety of these 488 Challenge cars. So safety car will stay out and the cars will be led through the pit lane. Also out is the 136 car of Alexander Nussbaumer. Vladimir Haladik is out of his car, as you can see. I have to be honest with you, I cannot tell you how that unfolded. So out of the Octane 126 car is Rick Lovett. There is von Skelterman. Now he was right at the front of the pack. He's out as well. So it was von Skelterman, I think, that was really slow at the start. Whether he just bogged down, I'm just guessing that created a chain reaction of cars trying to avoid, and probably some didn't. Well, inevitably some didn't, as we can see. So let's have a look at this in replay now. So von Skelterman with a terrible start, but oh, and Rick Lovett in avoidance then tries to get out of the way. I think there were kind of two separate incidents there, if I'm honest with you. So that was Thomas Gostner and Vladimir Haladik. And then further up, Rick Lovett in avoidance to the von Skelterman car, I think, managed to connect with some others. On board with Aggie Smolka here. This car is about to get nerfed out. So Corinna Gostner then connects with Alexander Nussbaumer and Aggie Smolka, and I mean there was nothing Corinna could do. She was trying to avoid a slower car. So that was von Skelterman really slowing. Murat Kuhadaroglu got round. Manuela Gostner got turned around. And there you can see the spinning Vladimir Haladik car. And there the reactions of the team in the Formula Racing. So von Skelterman here, who obviously had problems with that car. Now he did manage to get away, but in the end he connected with the barriers. So we have the fire crew down there, just making sure that all the cars are. Well, there is the Vladimir Haladik car, which. Obviously, the fire team were concerned, and now the 172 car of Giuseppe Romelli, he's out of the car as well, and pretty unhappy. So the safety car is, let's see how across Giuseppe Romelli. There's Vladimir Haladik. Thankfully, he's out of the car and he's okay. He's talking to his team principal, Philip Barron. And each and every one of the drivers are trying to make head nor tail of really what happened there. We have lost, effectively, I think, 8 or 9 cars out of the race, you know. Not discounting the fact Laurent Demuse didn't start because he got hit in qualifying. So Giuseppe Romelli gets back into his car, but his race is done. Vladimir Haladik, who really hasn't had the best of luck this season, which is such a shame because He is, on his day, a very, very quick driver indeed. So the order is Eric Chung, for what it's worth, Christoph Herney. So Giuseppe Romelli walks away. I was telling you the order. Eric Chung, Christoph Herney, Murat Kuhada-Ruglu. Then it's Christian Kinch, Dusan Palkra, Tommy Lindroth, Ingvar Madsen. There's Corinna Gosner. Leonard Winterhalder is P8. Well, the most important thing is that all the drivers are out of their cars and they're all okay. So Corinna Gosner walking down the pit lane then with her car in bits on the grid. And Vladimir Hladik now still does not know. And he's probably not in the temper to be talked to at the moment, I would suggest. Let's see it again, and we're trying to assemble what happened here. Murat Kuhada-Ruglu avoids von Skeltermar. Rick Lovett makes contact with Manuela Gosner. Also involved in that is, I think it's Alexander Nussbaumer that goes around. Then there was a separate incident. Here we can see. So Rick Lovett dives to avoid von Skeltermar, connects with Manuela Gosner. Whilst that's going on, Vladimir Hladik and Thomas Gosner go around in those two separate incidents. So, you know, that was Rick was hard on the steering, wasn't he, trying to avoid. But in so doing, connected with the Manuela Gosner car. And then the contact between Vladimir Hladik and, I mean, that was really, really hard. Because those cars are properly destroyed. So discussions going on with Philip Barron, then the team principal of Barron Motorsport. And you can see Vladimir Hladik trying to explain to Philip Barron what has gone on. So the cars are being recovered. That's going to be not the work of a moment, it has to be said, because there'll be fluid all over the track. Thomas Gosner and Corinna Gosner having a discussion as well. Thankfully, they're all out of the car. So the discussion, regrettably, is in Italian. And the Manuela Gosner car is in the pit lane. Because that was the car that they were in front of, because Thomas and Corinna's car, well, what's left of their cars is left on the track, and we have now got a red flag. Well, I'm not surprised, and there you can see poor Aggie Smolka, who, of course, we heard from right in the start of the program, who was saying just how much she loved the Ferrari Challenge, and just really rather think that she perhaps won't be feeling that she was able to show her real talent in this particular race. She didn't get the opportunity to do so. So the Formula Racing team boss down there, along with the rest of the Formula Racing team as well.
In the front. Because the car in the first line, the car next to Eric,
That was a completely separate incident, wasn't it? That would have been on the opening lap when they'd made haste their escape, but now damage to the Skeltermar car means that it's not going to handle, and he ends up in the barriers. So from an even different angle here, so Rick Lovett tries to go to the inside, meets Murat Kuhada-Ruglu, then connects with Manuela Gosner, and he's then sideways on, which then it's a huge chain reaction of carnage that unfolds straight afterwards.